Who am I speaking with first? Let me ask.
Anthony Salazar. I work for Square Enix.
Okay, and so I'm assuming virtualization sort of top on your queue these days?
Well, we use virtualization pretty heavily now, but we're just trying to figure out what are the next steps. What's the evolution of it, and what's the hardware behind it.
So what do you know about the evolution of it?
Nothing at all. We use it pretty heavily for VDI and on the PC side, and then we also use it. About 75 to 80% of our servers are all virtualized right now. So, in disaster recovery mode, I think it does great things. But just trying to figure out what are the next 3 to 5 years going to look like for virtualization and how are people going to use it.
So what did you start virtualizing within your environment?
Servers initially, and then we had a.
Well, what was on those servers? Let's start with that. What was on those servers that you virtualized?
Exchange, SharePoint. We virtualized our Great Plains server. So those are the first things that we started with. Communication server, OCS from Microsoft. And then we went to PCs and started doing that with thin clients. So we started to virtualize those as well.
And how's that worked out in your organization?
Very well, very well. It's been a really big success. Actually, I'm surprised at how successful and easy it was to implement and actually maintain.
So if you could virtualize something tomorrow, what would be the next thing?
Phone system would be interesting, or my storage.
Are those both massive cost centers?
Storage is definitely a massive cost center. I don't know of anybody in the room that doesn't have storage woes, because every year it seems like storage, all you're doing is throwing disk at it, and every year, my usage goes up, and, vendors just collect checks. So I would love to be able to use that a little bit more efficiently, coupled with some other things like perhaps virtualization or things like that.
We also are heavy into server virtualization. Well over 50% of our servers are virtualized, and we've kind of gone after the low-hanging fruit. Printer hosting, terminal services, some of the non-mission critical stuff is virtualized right now, but as Anthony said, it was very simple to implement, and I wish all new technologies were able to ramp up as easily as this one did.
Yeah, in fact, we're starting a project that will actually be done in a couple months. We're finishing virtualizing our entire data center.
So hold it. So how much is involved here?
I mean, it's a big project. Most all of our peripheral systems, such as our messaging systems, database servers, reporting servers, those are all going to go to basically virtualized systems.
I'm assuming you have something virtualized currently. You're not going 0 to 100 right now, are you?
Interestingly enough, most of our virtualization to this point has been kind of sandbox and QA, kind of post-production environment. And we've always had the mindset in the past that once it goes production, they need to have dedicated servers. And so it's really a primary shift in that thought process that playing with it enough and seeing the success out there, we're pretty much exclusively going to do virtualization for production environments now.
Excellent. And just give me the actual sort of details of scale. How big is your organization? How much data are you or servers are you virtualizing?
We're not an extremely big organization. We have 20 locations, over 700 employees, retail locations, admin office, distribution centers. We have probably a couple dozen servers.